Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and you know, it's a Thursday morning. I'm all by myself. The kids are off at school, so we're gonna make a deal. Don't tell Houston this happened. So what we are doing today, we're over at the pond, the monster bass pond, you know, the pond that Houston and Joby have been catching bluegill all summer out of the creek, feeding these bass for. Well, we're over here doing a little topwater frog fishing this morning. It's late summer, it's been really hot, but it's starting to cool down. We got a lot of rain, as you guys saw last week when somebody got the Kubota parked in a mud hole. Anyways, it's brought the water level in the pond up a couple feet, and these bass are moving up into the grass, feeding on things like frogs. So if you've never fished early morning topwater frog action, you're missing out. Now, I watched a video, it kind of got me thinking about this just this morning. For whatever reason, the way things happen, I was watching, you know, you guys know we're friends with Jimmy Houston. Houston and I went fishing with Jimmy and put him on our channel. We were on his channel, all that stuff. Well, Jimmy this morning did a video, and he was talking, it was actually talking about wacky rigs, but he kind of mentioned frogs and making he had a rig for a trailer hook to put an extra hook behind the frog. I don't have one of those this morning. I wish I did, because I came out here a couple days ago and missed a lot of good bass. They just blow up and attack this thing. And there's 2 hooks in that, and somehow they managed to miss it. But anyways, I'm by myself. We're over at the pond. It's kind of hard to film a fishing video by yourself because you just can't get everything on camera. And my wife is, you know, she's at home watching Yellowstone, the season finale of Yellowstone. I said, no thanks, I'm going fishing. So we're gonna see if we can find a bass on topwater on a frog this morning. Ah, see there? Perfect example. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Blew up at it and missed it. Oh, did you see that? I need that trailer hook rig, Jimmy. That bass just said, whoa. I mean, missed it. That's twice already. Blew up on that frog, but didn't get a hook in his mouth. Oh, ah! 3 so far. Man, that bass blew up on it and didn't get a single hook in his mouth. Oh, let's see. That one missed it too. Well, frog fishing this morning's definitely not going as well as I had hoped. So far, I've had 4 bass blow up on it, and all 4 have missed it. 5 bass missed my frog. Oh, that one didn't miss it. Oh, he spit it out. What the heck? I'm gonna make sure this frog has hooks in it, because just to show you guys, there are 2 hooks in that frog. Can you see them? Probably not on camera, but there are definitely 2 hooks. And not a single fish has been able to get one in their lip yet. Gosh, what the heck? I'm starting to get frustrated. They're blowing up on it and can't get a hook in their mouth. Ah, I gave it a second. Woo, look at him jump. So I've been setting the hook. As soon as that fish blows up on it, I've been setting the hook. That one, he hit it. I let him go with it for a second, and then I set the hook. Maybe that'll make all the difference in the world. Now this one ain't a monster, but it's a good looking bass that we've raised in our own pond on our own property. How about that? Yeah, buddy. Probably, I would say, 1.5 pounds. Not just a monster, but he totally inhaled that frog and managed to get a hook in his mouth. Down deep. How's that for homegrown food right there? We're not gonna be catching and cooking. No catch, clean, and cook. We're not keeping our bass. I do enjoy eating bass, don't get me wrong, but it sure is nice to be able to come over here on our own property and catch fish like this. Now, I know the kids aren't with me today, and that's just part of it, because sometimes I need a little stress relief, get out here by myself and rip a few lips. So, let's see if we can catch a few more. All right, buddy, go get big. Oh, that one jumped plumb out of the water to get it. Oh, he missed it. Dang it. I don't know if you guys could see it on camera. I saw the whole bass flip up out of the water. I mean, his tail was straight up in the air. So, I didn't show you, but I had to switch out frogs. See, we're on a little bigger frog, and I'll show you why. So there's that one. Had to take my other frog off because there's no tails left. No feet. He's a footless frog. So they're hitting it, they're slow, and I think that's where that trailer hook would come in handy. Obviously they were biting at the feet of this frog, which I can put more of those little legs on there. It's not a big deal, but they're hitting behind it and they're not getting it, so we need that trailer hook. Oh, he's running behind a tree. Dadgum, that's not gonna be good. Oh, come out from behind that tree. Come on. Oh, my goodness. I had that one hooked for a while. Man, what is the dealio? Ooh, that one got it. I'll let him eat it for a second. Not a monster, another maybe a pound or so. Oh, good fish. Look at that. Pretty fish. Now I got to get him through the moss here. You can't hardly see it on camera, but just under the surface of the water, there's a lot of moss in this pond. Oh, get up here, buddy. Hey, he's a little bigger than I thought. That's bigger than a pound. How about that? We're not just slaying the monsters this morning. Probably 1.5 pounds, maybe a 2 pound bass. If you hold him real close to the camera, you could say, yeah, that's a 3. But when you hold him in tight, he's not a 3 pounder. But anyways, really nice, healthy looking bass. Look at them bellies on them. They're full of bluegill and green sunfish and all that yummy goodness we've been feeding them all summer. So we're gonna let him go. See ya. Alrighty, let's try again. We gotta catch a big one before we quit this morning, right? I mean, we need us a good 3-4 pounder. Little bite and not let go. I know he's in here. You guys, I mean, you guys aren't gonna believe me. I'll show you a picture, because I was over here just a couple mornings ago and caught one that was probably close to 4 pounds. I've got pictures. I did take pictures to prove it. Well, the back of the pond was not a success. Got 1 or 2 blow-ups. The sun's obviously coming out. It's getting hot now. Topwater bite's probably dead, but I can't help it. I've got to at least try. I've got to at least try out here on the front of the pond one more time. Just one more cast, 6 or 7 more times. All right, I give up. Not a great frog morning. Which it never happens like you plan. Things never happen like you plan, right? I came out here 2 mornings ago and slammed about 6 or 7 really nice bass, which obviously today could have been the same way had they not have been biting back here. If they'd been trying to bite up here on the frog, we'd have been good to go. So not the most successful morning at the bass pond, but I promise you guys that won't be the last you see of that bass pond. There's some really, really big fish in that pond, and we'll get them caught. We'll get them caught on camera even, and not just take pictures. But anywho, some days are winners and some days are losers. You just get you know, smashed over there at the pond, and you don't catch any big bass. Come riding up back to the house on the Kubota sidekick, and I'm like, something seems to be pulling to the right a little bit. Something doesn't feel right. Well, guess what? To add insult to injury, got a flat tire. I mean, not a big deal, but gonna have to take a tire off and, you know, just something else. Oh, that about figures. That's par for the course today. Jack that won't go up. Whew. It's hot out here. So as you can see, obviously today is not my day. Nothing is going my way, you know, and I think it's time we just sit down and have a little chat, because sometimes that's what we got to do. So, you know, as a YouTuber, I can go out and create videos and make them anything I want them to be, whether we want bear in them or not, whether we want bear to step in our fresh juice or not. I can go out and create a video, paint the picture of anything I want it to be. And you guys are none the wiser. I can make myself look like anything I want. I can make my day look like anything I want. But that's just not reality. Reality is some days you're gonna go fishing and not catch a fish. Some days you're gonna go fishing and break your son's fishing pole. Some days you're gonna go fishing, come back, have a flat tire, then pull your jack out of the garage, try to jack up the side by side, and the jack won't work. And you know, it would be really easy for me just to cut all this and say, no, this is not for YouTube, this is not video content, that's not what we're about, that's not what we're showing on YouTube. Be really easy to do. You guys would never know we had a bad day. Which, don't get me wrong, this is not a bad day. After 13 years in law enforcement, this is a hiccup, not a bad day. But anyways, I have been watching a ton of Steve Harvey videos on YouTube, and I listen to on Audible. I've listened to a ton of books on Audible about you know, self-help, self-development, things like Jim Rohn and Les Brown and Eric Thomas, and plus all the financial gurus. I listen to a lot of those, but I've been listening to a ton. What, Bear? Go on. I've been listening to a ton of Steve Harvey videos, and I did not know this until recently, but Steve Harvey is an amazing Christian who has an insane testimony, just an insane life story. I mean, we see the guy that's on like 7 different TV shows making millions. What we don't see is who he was, who he came from, and his history. And he talks a lot about that. He's really open and shares Christ on all these videos and shares his faith and talks about how God got him where he is. I went blank. I gotta remember where I was talking. Ended up with too much bear hair in my mouth. So one of the things I've heard him talk about a ton is just you just don't know why you're here. You don't know. Every person was put on this planet for a reason. Every person, God created you, He created me, and every other person, and He gave us all a gift. Not just a talent, but a gift. And You can chase your talents, you can chase your dreams, but you really need to be out there chasing your gift, because some people are good at talking to a camera. Some people are good at baking pies, and some people are good at playing checkers. But we're all gifted with something, and it's not just athletes who can run, jump, swim, and do all those super crazy things. We all have a gift, and we all have a limited number of days on this earth. God put you here for a set number of days. You don't know when your last day is going to be. So if you live each day waking up going, is it going to be a good day or is it going to be a bad day? If you decide it's going to be a good day, you will have a good day. That's the thing. If you wake up in the morning and you let your circumstances decide whether it's going to be a good or a bad day, probably more often than not, you're going to find a reason to have a bad day. And if you start your morning off with a bad morning, then you have a bad lunch, and then the whole day's shot, and you're only here for a set number of days. So don't let your circumstances determine whether you're going to have a good or a bad day. Something like this, okay, I know we're out here playing on toys, but this is real. You wake up in the morning, you go in the kitchen, you try to make a pot of coffee, and the coffee pot's broke, and you're like, crap, you know, it kind of messes you up. Then you walk outside, you get dressed, you walk outside, and you have a flat tire on your car, which is a good possibility, and you're just instantly just, you know, you can let those things get you down. But if you wake up and do something besides suck on a dog hair, wake up, start your day off right. Start your day off with some alone time with God, with some prayer time, some scripture time. Start your day off with, go to Audible and download some audiobooks that are you know, positive mental health type stuff, self-development. Look up like Jim Rohn, like I said earlier, Les Brown. There's a ton of good early morning motivational stuff to get your day started off right. And there's even, if you don't want to spend money on Audible, go to YouTube, and there are millions of motivational videos out there that'll just get your brain fired up and ready to go. They say the first 20 minutes of your day are the most important, because that's when your brain's starting to wake up, and what happens in those first 20 minutes can set the tone for the day. So start your day off with something good, positive, and you just don't let the circumstances around you ruin your day. I see so many people, they just, you know, you're like, what happened to you? You used to be so happy and positive, and now you're not. You're like, bleh, all the time, and life will get us down. It happens, guys. There's gonna be things that get you down. Don't think I'm sitting here saying every day's gonna be perfect, every day's gonna be great, because you're gonna have bad days. Trust me, I've had my fair share of bad days. But don't let your circumstances determine your attitude, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation today. Been out, you know, jumping hurdles, overcoming obstacles, trying to make a good, happy, positive, fun to watch fishing video for you guys that didn't quite go as planned, but things don't always go as planned. So anyways, I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling too much. I just want everybody to understand I love you guys, and I love this whole world that we get to live in. I love YouTube creation, this whole thing, this community we have, and I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of videos, and I read a lot of comments, and even on my channel there's people that message me. Like the other day, I made a lot of people mad because I was kind of poking fun at the whole world of GoFundMe accounts, and the whole video was a joke, just making fun of myself mostly. I'm not going to start a GoFundMe account for a winch on my side-by-side, but I have seen a ton of just pathetic GoFundMe accounts started for pathetic reasons. That doesn't mean I hate GoFundMe, and doesn't mean I'm against everybody that starts an account. You guys, some of you took that all wrong, but anyways, it's okay. I'll take the negative with the positive, and just keep rolling on, because I'm out here sweating. Don't ever pet your dog and then wipe your hands on the towel you're wiping your face with. But anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna quit rambling, guys. I love this stuff. We're gonna keep going, keep driving forward. We're way past 150,000 subscribers. We picked up way over 100,000 subscribers this year. This is life-changing stuff and changing my family's lives. You guys are awesome. You guys are incredible. Anyways, have a positive day. Go watch some motivational videos. If you start your morning off with something positive, it's gonna be a positive day. Yeah, so anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Maybe, I just hope you enjoyed it a little bit. So anyways, we'll see you on the next video, guys. Have a great day. See ya.